Hi, I'm DB, one of the founders of Arita and a machine learning engineer. And I'm here today to talk about incrementality and how we measure it. This might get a little bit into statistics. If that's not your thing, just a little bit of warning. I'm obsessed with it as a person who really loves math and science. But we're going to talk about incrementality over attribution because what we care about is what is the causal effect of sending that email in order to get someone to buy. If you send a bunch of emails to people that would have bought anyway, then that means you're spending lots of time and money without actually moving the business forward. And unfortunately, with a lot of attribution rules, whether it's last clicked in some sort of window, first touch attribution, multi-touch, all that kind of stuff, they can claim a lot of credit for actions that actually do not causally drive someone to do something. That's why in math and science broadly, not just in marketing, but across all of science and engineering, the gold standard for measuring something causally linked is called a randomized control trial. And that's what we do. And what that means is that say we think that there's 1,000 people that are really, really great candidates for you to email right now because we think they're going to buy if you email them. What we'll do is we'll give you 900 of them. And then we'll see what happens to those 100. Because there's two major things that we at Arita care about. And the first one is what percentage of those people would you have emailed anyway, right? When we have that idea, we can see exactly how much your current existing strategy aligns with our machine learning driven one so that we can discount that. If you were going to email 50 out of those 100 in a week, then we know that whatever revenue those 900 we generate for you, we should discount at least half of it. And the second thing that we can look at is of those that you didn't email in that holdout group, how many would have generated revenue anyway? And that could be because they're buying organically, because they've seen an ad for you on Facebook or a billboard or a podcast. Who knows what it is, but whatever's happening to them is likely happening to those 900 as well, because statistically, they all look very similar. And so then we can take that second discount of what we think people who didn't receive an email would have bought. And at the end of the day, you can come up with something like, hey, these 900 people might have generated $1,000 in revenue, but the actual lift from including them in that email campaign over that week was really just $100. And when you have this, you can say that with statistical certainty because we do statistical testing for each type of control. And this is why we're able to confidently say that for one of our brands that we were able to find $500,000 in rescued revenue from their clean list, or that we're able to add 6% incremental revenue week over week for a bunch of our brands with simply clicking a button and adding a single audience to their largest campaign each week.